Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. One of those trays. Alrighty then. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. It is right now, according to my watch, it's 49 degrees out here in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, and yeah, we're out here doing it. Who's happy about the weather that's starting to change? Starting to be, it was like pretty decent yesterday. Today's supposed to be another decent day, and Monday's supposed to be really, really nice. So I'm excited about that. Really quickly, before we get right into it, I am going to see where I left off the other day, so that way I can pick up right where I left off. I didn't get a chance this morning to check, so let me check real quick. All right, just give me a minute or so. Just want to see where I left off. Let's see. We'll go here. Can you mute that? Dismiss. And let's see. The Amaran, the looks like maybe the panel lights might have been the last thing. Let's see. I'm gonna unmute it really quickly.
I guess we'll leave it there. 2 minutes. So, should be capital the beginning of a sentence.
So talked about the Amaran 60C and the 120C.
Okay, so I guess we'll leave it there.
Yeah. So the last thing we talked about last time was the aperture Amarans. Let me see where it's at here. Okay, cool. Right there. All right. So we're talking about lighting. We're talking about tech news and a brief overview, really quickly, about what we talked about in the last live stream. There was a lot. It was a lot that I brought up because I hadn't gone live in quite a few days. So then the first thing that I talked about were the tariffs. Tariffs are going crazy right now. This is a whole back and forth, and Canon's freaking out. Apple's freaking out. Obviously, everyone's freaking out. So anyway, Canon USA halts camera price drops due to tariffs. Canon has canceled planned price reductions for the EOS R7 and R10 in the U.S., citing new tariffs. This move may influence purchasing decisions for budget-conscious filmmakers. Apple sneaky workaround for tariffs. Apple is maneuvering. Now, there's some new updates on tariffs, so this is, I guess, kind of like old news now. Apple's maneuvering around rising tariff costs by reworking its supply chain and pricing strategies for indie creators and pros using Apple hardware. This could affect future pricing of Macs and iPads used in editing workflows. Subtle, but worth watching. Apple Store in Northbrook, Illinois is to close permanently. Apple announced the permanent closure of its Northbrook Court store in Illinois. Effective April 2nd, local creatives will need to seek alternative locations for Apple services and support. We were talking about that. It looks like that mall is going to be closing down. A lot of stores left. Budget mini projector alert. Flash sale at Walmart. So there is a sale on a. It looks like a decent projector. I just don't know how many nits it is, or if I know it's like an 8,000-to-1 contrast ratio or something like that. I don't know what that means. I don't know much about projectors, but if you're looking for a decent projector at a really low price, go check it out. The Dr. J Professional Mini Projector is currently available at a steep discount in a limited time Walmart flash sale. While not designed for pro filmmakers, it's an affordable option for casual screenings or backyard movie nights. Top camera gear for pro-level travel photos. CNET has compiled a list of essential camera gear for capturing professional quality vacation and travel photos. While targeted at travelers, the recommendations may interest filmmakers seeking portable equipment. Tilta introduces an electronic variable ND filter. Tilta has released a new 4 by 5.65 inch electronic variable ND filter, offering filmmakers precise exposure control with electronic adjustments, enhancing on-set efficiency. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I might actually look into, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Film Diner Production Studio, see if they can pick one of those up, because that sounds amazing. Sennheiser releases climate-proof shotgun mic. Sennheiser's new MKH 8018 shotgun microphone is designed for professional use in adverse conditions, offering high-end sound capture capabilities for field recording. SanDisk unveils micro. Do we? Yeah. I don't remember talking about this. SanDisk unveils high-speed micro SD express cards. SanDisk introduced new micro SD express cards with read speeds up to 880 megabytes per second and write speeds up to 650 megabytes per second, catering to the high data demands of modern filmmaking. So micro SD cards, yeah. This what does this tell us? That those smaller devices like drones, maybe some action cameras, they're gonna start recording higher bit rates, and so, I'm sure they are already, but expect to see higher bit rates. Atomos launches TX-RX 4K and HD wireless video system. Atomos unveils its TX-RX wireless video transmitter and receiver system, enabling seamless 4K and HD video transmission. The system is priced at $599 and is expected to ship in June. Atomos partners with Club Cancer for Anton support. Atomos has entered into an agreement with Club Cancer to provide ongoing support for Anton's Cancer line of professional audio recorders, ensuring continued service for these esteemed devices. And then the last thing we talked about on the live stream last time, Amarin debuts 60C and 120C panel lights. Amarin introduced the 60C and 120C panel lights, featuring a 45-degree beam angle and a unique ace-lock mounting system, providing versatile lighting solutions for filmmakers. Now, yeah, before I don't think Amarin had, or Aperture had, like other options for panels other than the Novas, but the Novas are like really big. They're big, beefy, and it's like I really don't need something like that. And then they're heavy too. So I was looking for panel lights to put in a grid that I can control through Situs, but didn't find anything other than the Aperture MCs, and so pretty cool that these things popped up. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about, the next thing we're going to talk about is the first look at the brightest LED fixture yet. In a recent interview, a new LED fixture has been unveiled. Touted as the brightest LED available to date, this development promises to offer filmmakers unprecedented lighting capabilities, potentially transforming on-set illumination practices. The fixture's high output and efficiency could make it a game changer for both studio and location shoots. Let's check it out. Oh, it's a video. Crap. Let me think. How can I get audio and video? All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I am going to route the audio over to you right now. Okay, that's done. And then I got to get some headphones so I can listen to the audio. So, see, this is what I don't like about my Blackmagic switcher right now, because I don't have a monitoring solution for that, so headphone monitoring. The only way to do it would be to use my mixer, run the audio through the mixer, and then do headphone monitoring through that. So it might be said. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go set that up real quick. Do, 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 do. Oh, you know what? I could have just gone wireless, right? Oh well. That's what I could have done. That's okay. Okay. Mixer early on. Master. Click OK. Now we're good. You can hear me. This looks good. Audio looks fine. So now I turned on the mixer, hooked everything up through the mixer, and now we should be able to get, let me check. It's coming in pretty low. Oh, is it muted? Is it coming through? Can't tell. Test, test, test. I can hear myself fine. I don't hear the... Oh, I know why. We are going into the ATEM. So, let me... Oh, yeah, that's right. So, hold up. Hey... So this should be over here. Oh no, let's open over here. ATEM, software control. And then let's go to audio. Turn that on. And then come back here. Okay, so you guys can hear it, but I cannot. That's right. That means I need to run audio. Can't see anything.
Person can hold and operate. Right, a traditional 9K HMI approximately is about 86 pounds. This is about 62 pounds. So again, not light, but one person can now pick this up and operate it. You can operate it on a standard crank stand as we have behind us. You don't need anything special like a Mambo combo or something like that.
Okie dokie, Smokey. We got it. My bad. Am I too loud? It looks like it. Ooh, I think one of these days I'm going to upgrade my ATEM to something that I can monitor audio out from the ATEM and not have to like jump in right after the mixer, because then I don't know how that mixer is sending it to the ATEM, especially since I can't really control it, you know, remotely. And this is why I want a mixer that I can control from the network, so I don't have to get up, set levels, come back, get up, set levels, come back. It's like, anyways, let's get right back into it. Now that everything is hooked up and working, boy, oh boy, story of my life. All right, let's get right into it. We're gonna restart this video and check it out. I'll show you guys right now. Here we go.
This is the brightest LED light in the market, the Aperture Storm XT52.
You're watching Cinity, supported by B&H and CVP.
Yeah, okay.
Hi guys, we're here at NAB 2025. Wait, we're kind of at NAB. We're at the VU Studios in Las Vegas with Ted from Aperture. How are you?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
This is interesting. Ted is back at Aperture. This was 2 days ago.
Very well. You picked this space to actually show off your lights in an actual dark environment, which I think is a smart idea if you know what trade shows look like. So we're going to show off what you have set up here, but the main thing we're going to talk about today is your new pocket light.
Clearly a pocket light.
It's a pocket light.
I heard Jenkos are back in style.
Does it run on, like little NPF
chains? No, I'm kidding.
No, so this is the Storm XT52. What can you tell me about it?
Absolutely. So the XT52, this is the brightest LED that has ever been made for filmmaking, right? 5,200 watts of LED power.
Crazy.
It's the thing that people have been asking us forever for. This is about the brightness of an M90, so a 9,000 watt HMI in terms of brightness. And again, this is a light that, if you're wondering, is for the rental market, right? So you're going to rent these rental houses. But for people out there that are wondering, this is also a fixture that is not only the brightest LED to date, but it's also 30% lighter
Jeff,
and smaller
what's up, bro?
than a traditional 9K HMI
Podcast
fixture.
soon? Nah, man. Podcast is still on hold.
What it really means is that for the first time ever in film history, people now have access to a crazy amount of brightness that one person can hold and operate. Right, a traditional 9K HMI approximately is about 86 pounds. This is about 62 pounds. So again, not light, but one person can now pick this up and operate it. You can operate it on a standard crank stand as we have behind us. You don't need anything special like a Mambo combo or something like that. It also has our new Blair engine, which we're super proud about. If you don't know about Blair, basically instead of using just white light LEDs to recreate white light, we use blue, lime, amber, indigo, red. We mix those together. You think about the Pink Floyd triangle, right? You mix the colors together to get white light. And what that allows us to do is this allows us to scientifically recreate the curve of the spectrum of different types of CCTs. So tungsten light or daylight, for a lot of people out there, I see the hot lights that are still in rental houses. And they choose hot lights a lot of the time because they see the 5% color difference between LED and tungsten. And LED has gotten better and better in terms of color quality over time. With Blair, it's done.
This is how to get...
With Blair, it's done. Very cool. 1 second. I'm not trying to run ads on this mug. Nobody cares. Probably do. People probably do, but let's get right back into it.
We solved it.
You got rid of those spikes, basically.
Entirely gone. So as far as a spectral match between incandescent light and our actual Blair engine or real natural daylight and our Blair engine, we've closed that gap. And I think for real natural daylight, the biggest reason that we were able to do that is by adding in that indigo LED. And really what that does is that indigo is kind of a wavelength that, it comes from the sun. We don't see it a lot except for in places where it hits things like bleach, like white fabrics, or our nails, our teeth, skin tones, which I think is the biggest one. In real daylight, those indigo wavelengths will actually fluoresce. And what that causes is a little bit of that gap. And one of the reasons why people love tungsten light, again, is because it doesn't have that gap. So with the Blair LED, basically, it's solved. You don't have to worry about hot lights anymore. You get now the color quality out of real LED.
Cool. Yeah. So the XT52, you have a Fresnel on there. Can you put other fixtures on there as well, like other modifiers?
100%. So this includes our Aperture A mount. We have a motorized CF Fresnel on here right now. So this is a 16-inch Fresnel. So you do get full spot flood capabilities on here. We also have a parallel beam adapter on here too. So this allows you to throw the light. Nino, I think you were talking about wanting to make a bat signal.
Absolutely. I'm still waiting for that. I've been waiting for it for maybe it's a copyright issue. I want to say, just talk to DC.
It might be a copywriter. She's, how about we do the Nino wing symbol? It's just Nino with wings coming out, and he'll be projecting that everywhere. Now, we have a
Guy with the camera and the wings.
5-degree beam angle. 5 degree beam angle.
degrees.
So for everyone out there that wants a parallel light, right? If you're using something like a mole beam or something like that, this will give you those spotlight type effects that allow you to basically project light.
Here's an idea for next year's NAB. You just, just talk to a hotel on the strip,
Yes.
and you just throw it on the hotel,
Oh, we did.
right? You did that?
It's called a Luxor. You know that? You know the
Forgot about it.
pyramid? Yeah, that's our. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That beam that comes out of it. Yes,
no.
you do get beams though. You really do get beams out of this light. So again, brightest LED to date. You can spot that in to a 5-degree beam angle now, and that'll give you that recreation of extremely parallel light, which comes from the sun too. So that's important.
That's awesome. So,
I want to mention real quick, for a lot of people out there, they don't realize that they hear blare and they hear tunable white, and they think it's just a white light fixture. And that's actually not all the XT52 is. When we released our Storm 1200X, which has been super popular, right? A lot of people, they didn't realize that it actually, because it uses it blue, lime, amber, indigo, red to create white light, you get blue, lime, amber, indigo, red. And what that means is that you actually get color capability, and by popular demand, we actually added in HSI mode into these fixtures. So you can see I have my white light right now, but if I go to my hue mode down here, I can actually dial in full color capability as well in here. Now, is the color going to be as good as the performance of something like the 1000C or the 80Cs that we released? It's not going to give you extremely saturated colors, but for a lot of the high-end DPs and gaffers that we talk to, like 90% of the color applications that they want, the Blair engine can do. So we brought this to not only the XT52, so it has full color capability in there, but we also added it for the 1200X as well too. So this is a new update that's being added, additional value for all the people that own 1200Xs out there.
awesome. So, any plans for even bigger lights?
We just released this one. We'll
Come
talk
on,
about it
dude.
later.
It's not big enough. It's not big enough. Just
What
kidding.
the hell?
Absolutely.
What are
Joking
you?
about this, like companies bring out something like the Pixis
All right.
12K, people ask for 24K. You bring out a light like this.
Jeez, people are never satisfied. Anyways, so that's the Aperture Storm XT52. First look at the brightest LED fixture yet with the Blair engine. So the Blair seems to have solved that problem with, skin tones, white fabrics, stuff like that. So if you're into that, if you're a gaffer, if you're a DP and you're into that kind of stuff, go check it out. Let's see what else we got. We got going on for the rest of the show. Oh shoot, wait a minute. I got nothing. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I see ATEM audio going. I don't see it over here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I see it over here in the stream. So, yeah, we're good. Here's the stream. That's just the ATEM. Okay. Let's look. What else do we got? Speaking of lighting, and the ones who tend to trail behind is Godox. Godox, the MG6K, a powerful lighting solution. The Godox has introduced the MG6K, a lighting fixture boasting an output equivalent to a 6 kilowatt. Okay. With features like a wide CCT range and built-in CRMX. It offers versatility for various shooting scenarios. Jeez. Here's another big light. Let's check it out. What is this? We can close that. We can close that. We can close that. We can close that. And let's check this out. All right, Godox MGK, first look. There's a YouTube video. So at NAB 2025 in Las Vegas, one of these, pretty soon I'm going to start going over to NAB because I feel like that's where all the action is happening. Instead of waiting for it to finish or just following it from here, I think it's better that I'm out there. At NAB 2025 in Las Vegas, Godox was showing the yet-to-be-announced the MG6K, It has a power consumption of 5,000 watts. According to Godox, the output matches a 6 kilowatt HMI. The light head weighs only 55 pounds without the yoke. The power supply controller weighs around 20 pounds. The MG6K offers even more control, a wider CCT range, GM green magenta adjustment, and built-in CRMX. For studio, film, TV production, 5,000 watt COB monolight, bicolor mode, efficiency, heat dissipation, IP54 rated for dust and water protection, 0.1% dimming controls, evenly distributes light output, includes yoke for easy mounting. So it's a bicolor with the green magenta shift. The light can be adjusted from 2800 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin, and there is full green magenta adjustments. The claim output is 41,000 lux at 5600 Kelvin at 5 meters with the MGR 30 reflector. There's a. It looks like. Is that the reflector? Oh no, that's the reflector right there. So that's the MGR 30 reflector? Pricing and availability. The Godox MG6K should be available within the next month or so. The retail price is $11,650 US. Cool. Oh, did we see how much that storm fixture is? How much is this thing? Let me take a look. Jesus, I can't type. What is it? X50, XT52? It's $10,500. Is that the same one? That can't be the same one. Oh, here it is. 13,000. What? And this one, this is bicolor, and it's 11,000. I wonder if, I don't know if this is the same one. Yeah. 5,200 watt. Okay, can I go back? Where is it? 50. Oh, snaps. Adorama has it for 10,500. The Storm XT52. Lord have mercy. What else? Who else is competing? Oh, looks like they have there's probably like a, what's it called, a rebate or something. If you buy it straight from the website, it's 13,100, but if you get it from Adorama, looks like, who else? Focus camera. I don't see anything at B&H. Usually B&H pops up. Here we go. B&H. Yep. Looks like it. Yeah, it's an instant rebate that you get. That's a pretty big rebate. I mean, dang. So for 10,500, you get this amazing light with the blur technology. So if that's you, the Godox, 11,000. It's bicolor. Apertures XT52 is RGB. Blur technology. All right, Google offers a free interactive lighting lessons. So speaking about lighting, we're still on the lighting fix. Let's check this article out. Google's new interactive AI tool teaches you about lighting for free. Is there an article? Is it just all? Okay, here we go. Google launched new AI-powered arts and culture experiments this week, including Learning in Light, an experiment by Google Arts and Culture Lab artist in residence Jock Wild, This interactive tool walks users through lessons and experiments to help them learn about lighting. Although learning light is not specific to photographers, it offers many insights for photographers of all skill levels, hoping to improve their understanding of light, an integral part of capturing great photos no matter the subject. Okay. Within Learning Light, users have two primary options. They can work through the course program, all free, of course, and learn specific lighting styles and skills with the aid of example images and a built-in AI chatbot. Users can also take the guardrails off and experiment with the virtual studio space on their own, controlling light intensity, angle, color, and more. There are different props available, including a posable model figure and various backdrops. The 8 available lighting lessons cover topics like lighting intensity, color, shape, position, and direction, focus, setting, and mood. Photographers can learn how to light angles and closeness to the subject affect. Photographers can learn how light angle and closeness to the subject can affect light fall off and shadows, for example, or how to utilize different colored lights behind a subject to create dynamic rim light. Control over penumbra. Penumbra is mainly instrumental in learning more about hard versus soft. Beyond the basics about lighting, there are also 4 specialized lessons that teach the user about the lighting setup and style of 4 famous pieces of artwork, including Edward Hopper's famous 1942 painting Nighthawks. As DP Review notes in its coverage of Google's Learning Light, this tool has some limitations. There are not too many props to choose from, and it's not currently possible to change the actual position of the light, only the position of the subject relative to these lights. And users can entirely turn off individual lights. There's also no option to put a softbox or umbrella on a light, which can drastically impact light quality. Cool. Interesting. However, while limited in scope, Learning Light is still a fascinating free tool for photographers and other visual artists to experiment with and hopefully learn something about light. Learning Light is available to try on the web now. What do you think? Should we check it out? Let's see. Learning Lights. We are here, and we're learning lights. This is an overhead. Ooh. What's going on? What did I do? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, exit the guide. Oh, these are guides. These are the guides. Okay. Cool. Cool. I recommend you complete the lighting 101. Yeah, I don't want to. Okay, all the lights are off. Turn on the overhead. Is that just the overhead? Looks like it, yeah, because you can see it's very toppy. All the shadows on the bottom. Is that on? I don't see anything. Oh, maybe the power. Oops. Nope. Oh. Whoa. Okay, let's go. That's a pretty good power. Angle. Does it show us the angle that's at? I don't know what's happening. I can't even see what's happening. Like, oh, the beam angle. I'm like, what? This is like, so he's the beam angle. That's what that is. Penumbra. What is this? Oh, I see. So that spot, it's focusing the light. Interesting. Let's get a smaller beam angle. Hue. Oh, we gotta get the saturation going. Okay, so let's see if we can do something like this. Maybe a little more warmer. Interesting. I mean, maybe go through the guides to, I guess, learn a little bit more about it. They probably have this training that you can do, so you can get an understanding about light and whatnot. Let's see, backlights turn on. So you see that rim light? That's pretty cool. And it washes out that other light. Let's make the angle smaller. Oh, I still want the subject and the light. And let's penumbra. I think there. It'd be cool if I can like flag it or something, but whatever. All right, let's keep moving forward. It is 8:30. Pretty sweet. I think it's cool. It's interesting. You might be able to learn something from there for sure. Speaking of training, AI training. Well, no, it's not speaking of AI training, but speaking of training, Microsoft offers free AI skills training. Microsoft is providing free AI skills training for individuals seeking to enhance their knowledge of artificial intelligence. This initiative presents an opportunity for filmmakers to explore AI applications in their workflow. Let's check it out. Microsoft is offering free AI skills training for all, and it's not too late to sign up. Microsoft's 50-day AI Skills Fest offers free AI lessons for beginners and pros, as well as prizes to win and discounts to check out. Register for free access through May 28th. Microsoft's AI Skills Fest offers courses that are open for all skill levels. You can learn early stages of the lessons if you're new to AI, or work on deeper topics if you're more familiar with AI concepts. Although there are tiers of learning, it's packaged as a single experience. You can work through any or all of the lessons as part of one unified course. Lessons are available in a bunch of different languages. Sadly controversial Klingon. What? Okay, that's a joke for the nerds. But there's a lot more, including hackathons, self-paced learning challenges, community forums, and meetups, and even, is this really a surprise, an opportunity for Microsoft's partners to pitch their AI-related training and related wares. Okay. So prizes and discounts. If you want to pay for certifications, you may be in luck if you enter the Microsoft AI Skills Fest Challenge Sweepstakes, another name I couldn't make up. Okay, stop. You may be able to win one of 50,000 free certification vouchers awarded during weekly drawings. GitHub is offering a 50% discount code for GitHub's newest certification exam, GitHub Copilot. Once you finish the GitHub Learn module, you'll be given a discount code. Okay. Register now. Are you planning on register? Okay, cool. So if you're looking to learn more about AI, so this might be an opportunity for you to get some free training for someone to walk you through it, or I'm not sure how it's probably like training modules that you go through at your own pace. But it's available now for free through May 28th. So go check that out. Microsoft is offering free AI skills training. I use AI every day. It's just like, it's insane how much I use AI. And so I use AI to help me with the content that I make. All right. So the content that I still make, like photos, videos, all that stuff is not AI, but I use it as kind of like as like an assist. I'm actually gonna show everyone how I use AI to do what I do when it comes to whether it's cinematography or just creating content in general. So I'm gonna talk about this at the next networking event, which is coming up in April 27th, in a couple of weeks. All right, a couple Sundays, not next Sunday, but the following Sunday. Cool. Let's keep moving on. Adobe integrates AI agents into Creative Suite. Really quickly, let's check this out. Adobe is building AI agents for Photoshop and Premiere Pro that can suggest ways to edit your photos or videos and then carry out the tasks for you. According to a blog written today by Ellie Greenfield, Adobe's CTO of digital media. Adobe's Photoshop agentic AI, or what the company calls its creative agent, will be presented in a new floating actions panel that will recommend context-aware edits after analyzing your photo. For instance, it will be able to suggest removing people standing in the background or creating a greater depth of field by blurring everything behind a subject. All you need to do is click the suggestion and it will be carried out automatically. Longtime Photoshop users are used to manually manipulating photos by tediously masking people and objects and then creating layers so changes can be made to only certain parts of the image. Adobe has already added AI features that let you extend and fill photos across a larger canvas or delete unwanted objects or people from the background using distraction removal. Adobe's vision is that Photoshop users will be able to prompt agents with natural language, making it easier to learn the steps needed to perform a task, although the agent will still be able to do it for you. And you can continue prompting the agent to make more changes or manually make adjustments in the layers. In one example video, someone asked the agent to clean up an image and add text behind a person. And the agent then lists our steps, including remove background people, auto brighten, remove distracting objects, create subject layer, create text layer, and organize layers. Interesting. That's cool. For Premiere Pro, Adobe will build on the new media intelligence feature introduced last week, which analyzes videos for objects and composition so you can find the footage you need. A future agent will let you direct the agent to make a rough video cut. While AI can't replace human creative inspiration, with your input it can make some educated guesses to help you get your project off the ground, Greenfield wrote in the blog. It can also help you learn how to perform complex tasks with a few simple keystrokes, helping you grow as an editor. Premiere Pro's creative agent will eventually help editors refine shot choices, adjust color, mix audio, and more. Adobe also just launched Generative Extend, which uses AI to add seconds to your clips to help fit a transition. Adobe will introduce the technology behind First Agent, which will be for Photoshop at its Max event in London on April 24th. That's pretty exciting. I use Adobe, and this will definitely help the workflow there. So if you use Adobe or you're considering using Adobe and you feel like it might be too much of a learning curve or a lot of you feel like it's going to require large amounts of time investment in learning how to use the platform or learning how to use the software, this might be the what you've been looking for to help you get through that bridge or to cross that bridge. All right, let's keep moving on. Apple introduces enhanced organization features. So this is not necessarily about filmmaking, but this is an article that I found that talked about Apple Notes, and there's a new feature. So I was interested. This one Apple Notes feature has me rethinking how I use the app. So I've been a long-time Apple Notes user, same. And currently have around 2,600. I don't know how many notes I have in the app right now. My go-to method for organizing those notes have always been folders and subfolders. I've never used folders and subfolders. Tags are another option. I don't use tags. But I've never been a big tag user. There's another type of organization feature, however, that has me rethinking my notes approach. When iOS 17 launched, Apple introduced a new ability to add links to their notes in your library. You can do this very quickly thanks to a greater sign shortcut. Type those two characters and you'll see a drop-down menu suggesting recent notes to link to. You can then tap one to create the link. Interesting. Link. But even if the note you want isn't suggested, you can start typing the note's title to see it appear. The whole process is seamless. After a note link is created, you can tap or click the link to instantly navigate there. It's fast and easy, and a great solution for navigating between related notes. So is it just for navigating? Huh. Is it just for navigating? They don't have like a search or anything if you're looking for specific notes? While I was vaguely aware that note linking became a thing recently, my discovery of the shortcut has made the feature especially compelling. I'm going to try it out real quick. Give me a second. Is it when you're making a new note? Or are you searching for a note? So you can search for notes. But this is talking about linking, right? So let me make a new note. And oh, okay. So we got a few notes. So let me see. I have notes of like movies that I need to watch. Oh, and everything that has that. Okay. So now that's linked in there. I can't show you this because there's no way for me to show you right now. Oh, you know what? There's like, I'll figure it out later. I'm going to link another one. Okay. Done. So basically I put links for movies that I want to watch, which is a long list and it's growing. So these are movies that people recommend and I'm in conversation. They recommend it and then I write it down. So, and there's a long list, and I don't think I've even started getting through the list. I got to sometime, hopefully when I get some time. So, okay, so while I was vaguely yada 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 yada, the possibilities for organizing notes are significantly expanded with these features. For example, you can Apple's note links to what? Build a table of contents style notes as a folder alternative. Create Roam-like nested databases. You know, it's kind of like, let me finish it real quick or just link to related notes that you constantly bounce between movies. So I have a Stream Deck right here in front of me, right? I can show you really quickly. This is what I use to control I use this to control my MacBook. I use it to control the ATEM switcher. I use it to control, OBS is also on here as well. So like with, let me go back here, So like I have a button here that will open up all of the streaming sites that I use. And then here on this first page, which I haven't really completed yet, but each button here navigates to a whole nother page. All right, so this first button navigates to controlling the ATEM, which I deleted a lot of stuff on here because I'm still learning how to use all this stuff, but this is to control the ATEM, right? So then I can go back to the first page here, and then I've got a page for the event coming up there so that I can control. This is all the graphics for that event. And then I can go over to the next tab. So I've got a lot of graphics coming up for the event. And then I got to set up a page for controlling the ATEM and OBS for that event. So actually, I should probably start doing that this week. So I guess it's kind of like that, maybe, where you can insert a link that'll, okay, so I'm going to write a note or organize my notes in a way that, okay, this is that, and then here's the link to that, and yada, 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 yada. So I think it's pretty cool. Again, I was saying, I said this in a story the other day, or yesterday, I think yesterday or the day before, automate as much as you can. When you're trying to, like, especially if things are repetitive, like it's the same thing over and over again, right? So before I start a stream, I always open 3 tabs with the 3 websites that I stream live on. And it's like, okay, new tab, type in the website, new tab, type in the website, new tab, type in the website. But then there's additional clicks to get me to where I need to start setting up my live stream. So then I'm like, why am I doing this? Like I I found out that I was able to create a button on the Stream Deck that will open up all the tabs and navigate to where I need to go to set up my streams. So then I did that, and now, bam, I've saved like at least maybe like 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes just by doing that. And then that compounds and adds up. So that's pretty cool. Building a Google Photos alternative with Synology NA. I think there's supposed to be an S there. Synology NAS. Okay, so Google Photos is awesome. I love Google Photos. I pay for it. Unfortunately, I don't pay for a lot of things, but Google Photos is something that I pay for. Mainly because like it's easy to find photos. It's easy to back up photos. Like the search engine that Google Photos uses is incredible. I've tried doing it with Apple Photos like iCloud, and like I paid for iCloud to back up my photos and videos, but the search engine is just terrible. Like if I'm trying to find an image, it's crap. Google Photos is so much better, so much of a better search engine. But then I saw this article and it's like self-hosted. I've always wanted to self-host a Google Photos alternative, and I've been meaning to do so. I just haven't had the time to do it, and so this might be my opportunity. So Google Photos is fantastic for backing up your devices to the cloud and saving memories for later enjoyment. The problem is it's owned and managed by Google. Before, it was free to back up your photos on Google Photos. It used to be free. It was only JPEGs. It wasn't the full image quality or whatever, but it was still, decent enough, and I was still getting my stuff backed up for free. But then they changed it to a paid platform, and so I was forced to just pay for it. Anyways, so the problem is it's owned by and managed by Google, one of the largest tech firms in the world. That's perfectly fine for availability, as there's hardly ever a time when Google Photos is unavailable due to technical issues. But it means you're relying on the company to continue storing your media and protecting it against potential attacks. Not to mention, there's always the potential for a free tier to be adjusted or removed altogether. Which is what happened. Exactly what happened. I think you get free for like 2 gigs. Well, the Google Workspace altogether, you get a free 2 gigs with your Gmail account. But 2 gigs is not enough for someone like me. Many of these cloud services, Google Photos included, have limited storage space. It's serviceable to get you up and running, but once you add more than one device to the backup plan and venture out to take plenty of photos and videos with friends and family, you can quickly find yourself running out of space. That's where a Synology NAS can solve all your issues. It brings all your media storage to your home, offers plenty of storage depending on the drives used, and is almost free after purchasing everything. I grew tired of relying on Google Photos and decided to build my own solution with a Synology NAS. Here's how it went. Image is a free and open source alternative to Google Photos, iCloud, and Microsoft OneDrive, and one that's a fully self-hosted image cataloging and backup solution. Like Synology Photos, Image will let you upload photos and videos from any supported device, be it a PC or smartphone. The major difference between Image and Synology Photos is the ability to install Image on any device, making it a great option if you're not fully attached to the Synology ecosystem, even if you own a Synology NAS. If you've ever backed up your media to cloud storage, you'll feel right at home with either Image or Synology Photos. I found Image to work better thanks to its faster speeds and enhanced reliability. But it's not to say Synology's in-house development solution isn't worth trying. It's also available for free to Synology NAS owners. As well as bringing media to local ownership, it's important for me to continue enjoying premium functionality such as AI-powered facial recognition for registered names. That's one of my favorite things about Google Photos, is that the facial recognition. I've cataloged so many people in my Google Photos that all I got to do is type their name and it'll show me every single photo with their face in it. And this goes for all of my friends and all my family. Hey, Santiago, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. So I've got a ton of photos on my Google Photos, and whenever I'm looking for something, whether it's like, okay, I need to post to social media, so I need to make like a behind the scenes post. So I'll go into my Google Photos and I'll look for behind the scenes content. I'll just quickly type whatever I'm looking for, whether it's like a camera, a tripod, or usually tripods. Behind the scenes kind of brings up a specific set of photos. The best ones I find when it's behind the scenes, I think using the term behind the scenes works. But if I'm trying to find like a camera, it has trouble with that because it thinks that I'm looking for pictures taken with a camera. So it shows me every single picture. Whereas I'm actually looking for a picture of a camera to post kind of like a gear photo or gear review or whatever, get people excited about gear. So then I ended up just typing in tripod. So now it just looks for tripod because, cameras go on tripods. So anyways, Image ticks all the boxes by allowing this as well as multi-platform support, automated photo and video backups, geotagging, and more. It's also great at playing media from almost any device, something other image storage solution can struggle with. Image versus Synology Photos. Synology Photos is a pretty good photo management suite. It does the job if you simply wish to have somewhere to stash some photos and videos. Where it fails or where it falls short is if you wish to do anything else. I found the app to be horrifically sluggish with uploading data from mobile devices, and it sometimes just refuses to work. Especially with various file types being a first-party app, it was also difficult to work on solutions since everything is locked down by Synology. All I could respond to family support requests was, I hope the next version improves things. Image is developed for free and is available as an open source alternative to Synology Photos and Google Photos. Its facial recognition tech is far more robust and reliable than Synology's, and everything feels considerably more snappy after you've uploaded media, and the software finishes its initial pass. With a larger library, I find Image to be much more responsive when navigating through albums, and the UI is sleeker, making it easier for even those less tech savvy to use without sending support requests. All right, so this goes through how to set up everything. You can read that article. I'll put it up on my website, and you can check it out for yourself if you're looking to build a server, a photo and video server for yourself without having to pay for Google Photos, iCloud, Dropbox, whatever other platforms there are for cloud storage. All right, moving on. Google's Gemini. We're continuing on the topic. We're almost done here, but we're gonna finish the topic on like other tech right now with this last article. Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro, the pricey AI powerhouse. Google's latest AI model, Gemini 2.5 Pro, is officially their most expensive yet. While it's geared towards enterprise level applications, expect trickle down effects in editing, VFX, and smart asset management tools soon. Really quickly, I just want to breeze right through this real quick. Just don't. I've been hearing the word Gemini. I've been hearing a lot about it recently, and so I don't use any kind of. I don't use Google phones, Samsungs, but I use Google Chrome. I like Google Chrome a lot, and so I'm gonna check it out. On Friday, Google released. Friday. This was. Where's the date? Okay, so this was April 4th. So this is a while ago. April 4th. So is it talking about Friday, March? Maybe. Okay. On Friday, Google released API pricing for Gemini 2.5 Pro, an AI reasoning model with industry-leading performance on several benchmarks, measuring coding, reasoning, and math. For prompts up to 200,000 tokens, Gemini 2.5 Pro costs $1.25 per million input tokens, roughly 750,000 words, longer than the entire Lord of the Rings series. and $10 per million output tokens for prompts greater than 200,000 tokens, which most of Google's competitors don't support. Gemini 2.5 Pro costs $2.5 per million input tokens. Like, this is all Chinese to me. Like, what the heck does this mean? Okay, so this is probably for like now we're going way past everything else. I don't think this has anything to do with consumers. Talking about tokens. All right, so this is beyond. This is way over my head, so I'm not even gonna expect you guys. If you guys understand what this article is talking about, let me know in the comments, because I don't. Tokens, whatever, dude. Okay, so going back to filmmaking, going back to the gear, filmmaking gear. Let's check this out. Ari Alexa has given us a base model that we could possibly afford. Really quickly, let me read the headline. Ari has released the base model of the Alexa 35, making high-end cinema camera technology more accessible to filmmakers seeking top-tier image quality. So this is the the Ari Alexa 35. The Ari Alexa 35. How much is the Ari Alexa 35? Really quickly. Camera systems. I'll put a link in a new tab. And nope. Cine cameras. We'll go here, and I want to look for the Alexa 35. Raising the bar. Oh, it went to the same page. The same one. Okay, so the Alexa 35 comes in at $50,000. 49,800 euro. What did it what? I'm confused. Okay, so I remember when it first came out, it was like and this was like a few years ago. It was around 80 grand, I think. I was like, man, this camera's awesome. I actually hit this button here, get in touch. I was like so excited. I'm like, and then they're talking about like financing or like some kind of payment option. I'm like, oh, let me click on this button, and it was like 80,000 or something, and it was gonna be like I forget how much it was gonna be per month. I think it was around 2,000 a month or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I just cannot do it. I cannot. I mean, I was just thinking about possibly renting it out. But I don't know anything about renting high-end cameras, and so but it looks like they have a base model of the Alexa 35, which gives you the main things that you're really looking for in an Ari camera. And it went down to 49,800, which is still kind of steep for a lot of filmmakers, independent filmmakers, right? We're used to seeing like $20,000 cameras. Now we're seeing cameras, like high-end cameras under $10,000 that have really, really good specs, right? But Ari is an established name. It's very reputable. 17 stops of dynamic range. Alexa in the Super 35 sensor, which is kind of it's phasing away the Super 35 millimeter sensor. We're going to full frame and even medium format now with cinema cameras, and so could this be the reason why? I don't know. I mean, it's still an Ari camera. Like it's still going to hold its value, and so this base model might give us what we're looking for, or at least get our foot in the door, get our hands wet. Is it feet wet? Hand on the door? Anyways, to start working with RE cameras, right? Blackmagic did the same thing with the pocket cameras, with the smaller pocket cameras. Like, hey, it's an introductory camera, but then it gets people wanting to upgrade to the next level up within the same brand, right? Like the Ursas and whatnot. Same thing with Sony cameras. Sony users, they use mirrorless cameras like the A7 cameras, and then they're like, oh, I need more. So then they get an FX3. Oh, I need more. I need a bigger body. I need some, ND filters, yada, yada, yada. So then they get into the FX6, FX9. And so it's just how the market is. It's how they market to you, right? So they make something affordable to get you in their door. And once they get you in their door, you're locked in there. Like, they shut the door right behind you, they lock you in, and you're stuck there. And it's hard to move from different camera system to camera system to camera system. It's really hard to move, especially when you invest in a specific lens ecosystem. So anyways, that's just some perspective from my side. Identified by a blue jog wheel. Is it 9 o'clock already? All right. Yes, it is. Identified by blue jog wheel, the Alexa 35 base model has a feature set that meets the regular shooting requirements of many users. It includes Apple ProRes recording up to 60 frames per second, 16:9, and 2:1. Recording formats 4K 16:9, 4K 2:1, 3.8K 16:9 UHD, 2K 16:9, Super 16. ARRI look file, CDL, 3D LUT support, enhanced sensitivity modes up to EI exposure index 6400, and 3 independent 10-bit monitoring outputs in SDR and HDR color spaces. So, extended features when you need them. ARRI's new feature licensing concept makes the base model future-proof because users can unlock specialist features whenever they need them. Each of the licenses can be installed for 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, or permanently. What? So owner-operators can activate them for a short-form job and longer-term project, or a new career direction. I mean, this is interesting. I think it's a pretty smart move. I mean, it's playing with our emotions, but not a bad move at all. So, paying for licenses to use specific features, that is wild. Okay, it's wild now, but it might make sense in the future, right? So you got 120 frames per second license. You've got an ARRI RAW license. You've got OpenGate anamorphic license. You've got looks. The look license provides access to ARRI textures in the camera and on the ARRI website. The ARRI look library with 87 unique looks. And custom color management for full color control of image processing path. Pre-record license. Premium license is a bundle package. They have figured out how to create an Adobe suite within a camera. That is wild. That is crazy. Does any other camera company do this? Okay, so I know Panasonic in the past has done like paid upgrades. I think Canon has done it as well with paid upgrades, firmware upgrades, or paid like I think it was like a paid 422 10-bit or something like that. But that was just a single time upgrade, single time payment or whatever. But now we're talking about licenses, term licenses. You know, based on 7 days, 30 days, 1 year, or permanently. That's wild. Okay, I mean that can make the camera affordable. I can understand that. But if it's something that gets turned on and off, hey Santiago, oh, you commented both on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, it's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to think of this. I think they made the camera more affordable. But now they're charging for licenses, and it's timed. Okay, so I got to wrap this up. Not right now. Let me see how quickly I can breeze through the rest of the stuff. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this whole ARRI and this whole licensing structure with the base model being more affordable? I mean, it's an ARRI camera, so I guess technically it is an affordable ARRI camera, but is it really affordable for most indie filmmakers? I mean, okay. I'm a broke filmmaker, so. Let's move on. We've got 3 more things that I wanted to announce. But let's end it there, and then I'll get back on probably later, or we can finish this conversation up tomorrow morning. Let me go back to here. And I don't want to see myself double. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, hey, I accidentally hit that. Let me go back here. Okay, so what do you guys think about what I talked about? Some of it wasn't really necessarily filmmaking stuff, but it's kind of like it's tech related, and filmmaking tech is it's kind of like we use other things. We use computers, we use program software, we use other types of hardware, not just cameras and lenses and whatnot. And so I feel like why not just talk about it? So, anyways, this whole RE thing has me thinking. Like, it just got me blown away. I really want to learn more about this. I really want to talk to other people about this whole thing that RE's doing with their affordable RE Alexa 35 base model, and now licensing terms and whatnot. So leave some comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to like this video, and then I'll see you guys on the next run. All right, peace. I'm gonna mute right now. Oh, again, and this is check me out. I'm gonna put a lot of this stuff on the website. I still gotta figure out how to get everyone connected in a community, but I'll figure that out as I go. All right, peace out, guys. Yeah, I still gotta work on this.